Like damn, she wanna fuck with a tattoo. I say I own it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into NXT No Mercy from September the 1st, 2024. A very good premium live event. Shawn Michaels hit a home run with this one. Very good show overall. So, we were welcomed to the show by Booker T and Vic Joseph. So this leads us into our first match of the night. Andre Chase and Rich Holland from Chase University versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Axiom and Nathan Frazier, they defeat Chase U. So this was a very good match. Andre Chase pulled out all the stops in this one. He ended up doing like a cool Spanish fly and everything. Rich Holland did what he had to do. He destroyed everybody. So in the end, it was Axiom who got the win for his team. So they ended up winning via the Spanish fly into the Phoenix Flash for the 1-2-3. That's how they won, which was great. So post-match, Ridge Holland, he beats the shit out of Riley Osborne and Duke Hudson. He throws, my bad. He shoves Riley Osborne into Duke Hudson, and then Ridge Holland levels Andre Chase with a nasty lariat. Then Ridge Holland throws Duke Hudson into the barricade a couple times. Ridge Holland launches Riley Osborne back first into the steel steps. And Ridge Holland throws he throws Andre Chase out the ring. And he plants Andre Chase with the Redeemer DDT on the announce table. And Thea Hale is just upset. She's crying. She's beside herself. She's like, Ridge, why would you do this? This was great. I love this. This was excellent. I didn't see this coming because I thought that Ridge Holland was being genuine when he was cutting his promo, 2 weeks ago and even at the Go Home show. So this is great. This does make sense. I didn't expect for Chase U to have a long run. It just didn't make sense. Because also, too, I thought that maybe Riley Osborne and Duke Hudson, they were going to turn on Chase University. That's what I was thinking because during the Go Home show, they were seeing kind of, somber and everything else. They were kind of really upset. They were down in the dumps about not, teaming together and being the ones to defeat Axiom and Nathan Frazier and bring home the gold to Chase U. But it didn't happen. So this is fine. It does make sense. Ridge turning, it seems quite obvious. I understand why he did it. And basically it was just to say that, he doesn't need anybody, basically. So we'll have to wait and see what he says on NXT this Tuesday. So this was fine. This was a really good way to start off the show. Next, Wes Lee versus Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz had one hell of a weekend. So Zachary Wentz, he won the X Division Championship. He won the Ultimate X match in Emergence on Friday. So that was great. And then just 2 days later, he defeated his former best friend, Wes Lee. So this was a very good match. A lot of spots and stuff in the match that occurred because both guys know each other so well. So towards the end of the match, Wes Lee, he gets upset. He's about to bring in a steel chair, and then out of nowhere, Trey Miguel, the homie, he shows up. He snatches the steel chair away, And then this allows for Zachary Wentz to hit a Canadian destroyer on the floor. And then he threw Wes Lee back into the ring, and he hit the UFO cutter for the 1, 2, 3. This was great. I love this. Right decision was made. This was great. And post-match, Wes Lee was seething. He was pissed. He was irate. So this tells me that they're not done by a long shot. So TNA's next TNA Plus event is Victory Road. It takes place in 2 weeks. I would assume maybe Wes Lee shows up. He gets his revenge there. And then either at Bound for Glory or Halloween Havoc, Zachary Wentz gets his revenge. Because Halloween Havoc is going to be taking place on Sunday, October 27th. And Bound for Glory is going to be taking place Saturday, October 26th. So we could see a massive crossover for Bound for Glory and for Halloween Havoc. I think that would make perfect sense. So I'm down for it. So this was great. Really good stuff here. Excellent. I love this. Moving on, we get a vignette from the Fatal Influence. Not really that important. Who really cares? I hate that name. Again, if they're going to use them, they need to bring in the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Bring them back, please. Moving on. So Hank and Tank, they have their eyes set on becoming the number one contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Who cares? It's not that important. I don't care. Moving on. So Trick Williams, he's backstage with Joe Hendry, and he's just giving Joe Hendry instructions for the main event. You know, that he's in charge. You have to follow the rules and everything else. And he's going to call everything right down the middle. So, yeah, good stuff. Moving on. Kalani Jordan versus Wendy Chu for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan defeated Wendy Chu. Match was solid, so Wendy Chu got a good bit of offense in. There's a part in the match where she went for the her sleeper hold. Kalani Jordan was able to fight out of it. Kalani Jordan hit a really good frog splash in this match, not once but twice. So the finish was Kalani Jordan was able to hit the 450 splash, and then she hit the split-legged moonsault for the 1, 2, 3. Still champion, Kalani Jordan. So this is fine. This makes perfect sense. Both women work well together. I believe it was Vic Joseph or Booker T who said on commentary that these two have faced before on NXT Level Up. So that's fine. That was years. That was probably like a year ago. And both of them at that time were just baby faces at that time. So, yeah. So, post-match, Tatum Paxley, she shows up and she taps out. Well, no, she puts to sleep Wendy Chu with the Dragon Sleeper. So, this is fine, I guess. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I don't know. Creepy weirdo chick versus creepy weirdo chick number 2. And I don't know. And really, I've given up on Wendy Chu's heel turn because it makes no damn sense. It's dumb. We don't know why she has not given an explanation as to why she's turned heel. It's weird and it makes no sense. So, I don't know where this is leading. We'll probably get a match, probably on NXT. Kalani Jordan, what do you do with her going forward? I have no idea. Who is her next challenger? I couldn't even tell you guys. because I don't know. I don't know who would be believable. Moving on, so we see Andre Chase. He's getting loaded into the ambulance. So this leads us into Rich Holland. So he's backstage, and he refuses to give any answers to Sarah Schreiber. So that was fine. Again, Rich Holland turning heel makes perfect sense because he pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, you know? He was always the villain, never the hero. Moving on, Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT North American Championship. This match was great. I love this thing. This thing was solid. So, at the first 5 minutes of this match, Tony D dominated. He did like shoulder tackles and a double leg takedown. He did a ground and pound attack on Obafemi. He really took Obafemi off of his A game for a small bit. But this match was solid. So Obafemi, he comes back by doing a great follow-away slam, which was excellent. So that was good. Somehow in this match, Tony D, he injured his ankle. I believe that he may I forgot how he injured his ankle. I think he tried to stomp on Obafemi, but he came down the wrong way or something like that. I believe it was. I believe that's what they said on commentary. But this match was absolutely solid. So Obafemi, he hit the power bomb, and I thought it was over. But my boy Tony D, he kicked out, which was great. It got a great reaction from the crowd. I was like, holy shit, this is great. So towards the end of the match, the family, they get in. They try to bring in the crowbar, and Obafemi just beats the shit out of everybody. From Lucia Cristofano and Stacks, he beats them, takes them out. So, Tony D, he's able to hit the spine buster, but he's not able to get up to go for the pinfall. So Obafemi, he hits a massive uppercut, and then he follows it up with not one but 2 power bombs for the 1, 2, 3. And this was great. I love this match. The crowd was super into this. This was excellent. Really good shit here. Obafemi is that dude, and Tony D is that dude as well. Like, this was great. I really enjoyed watching this match. This match was solid, man. This needs to be turned into a feud. It needs to happen. Hopefully we get 2 more matches from these guys. Because 1 match is just not enough. It's not. This needs to be turned into a feud. So really, really good stuff there. Who defeats Obafemi? I have no idea. I have no idea who his next challenger is going to be. I would begin to start preparing Obafemi for that main event. I think he's ready. I think you can put him in that main event scene. I think he's ready. Moving on. So Sarah Schreiber, she has a backstage interview with Zachary Wentz. He's elated about getting a big victory, but losing her brother in the process. It's not easy. The Rascals, they proceed to challenge Axiom and Nathan Frazier to an NXT Tag Team Championship match. Okay, that's cool. Nice stuff. Really good stuff. Moving on. Roxanne Perez versus Jaida Parker for the NXT Women's Championship. This match was also good here. Jaida Parker impressed me. She sold very well in this match. Obviously, she's more of the powerhouse than Roxanne Perez. So, Roxanne, she worked on the ribs of Jaida Parker. She threw it into the steel steps and stuff. That was great. So, um, there was one part in the match where they did the count out stuff that they normally do now, where both women, where both people are laid out, and then they both get back into the ring at 9. So Jaida Parker, she's able to make a comeback on a couple of moves and stuff. So she hits a nice sit down power bomb, which was great. So Jaida Parker was able to get some momentum coming back. She went for a Vader bomb, but she missed it. Roxanne Perez got out the way. So Roxanne Perez ends up hitting a Pop Rocks, and Jaida Parker, she's able to get out the ring. She's able to hit the running hip attack. Yeah. And so Roxanne Perez goes out the ring. She's on the outside. So Jaida Parker, she attempts to go for I forgot what her finish is called, the hip attack. She misses. She goes to the barricade, which got a holy shit from the crowd and from me. Roxanne Perez hits the Pop Rocks on the outside. Jaida Parker rolls back into the ring before the count of 10. She gets at a 9 count, and they do the Pop Rocks finish for the 1, 2, 3. That was it. This match was good. I enjoyed it. Both women gave it their all, basically. Jaida Parker is something special. She's fine as can be. She's fine like wine. And she gave us a really good match. Jaida Parker, the girl is a star in the making. She's a star in the making for sure. So very good on the part of Jaida Parker. So post-match, Giulia, she comes out. So the lights go out, and Giulia comes out. She confronts Roxanne Perez. The crowd's really into it. I'm into it. And Roxanne Perez just holds up her title and stares a hole through Giulia, and that was it. So this is fine. This makes perfect sense. I love this. So now you have one of the one part of the trio that's here. The other two, we don't know when Delta and Stephanie Vacker are going to come in. I would wait to bring in Stephanie Vacker and Delta. I would bring in Stephanie Vacker either when NXT goes to the CW, either week 1 or week 2, and you could bring in Delta maybe around Halloween Havoc or at the very end of the year when they do what's NXT's last pay-per-view of the year? I can't remember. I forgot what it's called. But I would wait a while before you bring in everybody. You've already got Giulia here. I would wait a little bit and bring in Delta and Stephanie Vacker. But I'm glad that Giulia is here. This is going to be great. And I would assume that Roxanne Perez is going to lose to Giulia probably on national television. So she's either going to lose to Giulia either week 1 or week 2 when they go to the CW. Guaranteed. Moving on. So Ava, she's got no medical update on Andre Chase. And so basically, Ava Raine decides to make a triple threat tag match. The winners get to face Axiom and Nathan Frazier. So it's going to be the Rascals, Hank and Tank, and Gallus. And then also there's going to be a couple matches that take place on NXT. Obviously, Trick Williams and Pete Dunne. Oral Mensa and Lexis King, and then the triple threat for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Well, the number one contender match. So, moving on. So, the winner of tonight's main event will defend the NXT title on the big CW debut on October 1st from Chicago. Okay, that's fine. Main event of the evening. Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page. Trick Williams, special guest referee for the NXT Championship. Ethan Page wins. The match was good. Trick Williams did call it. He did call it right down the middle. So basically, towards the end of the match, Joe Hendry was able to hit the standing ovation, but Ethan Page, he had his foot on the rope, and Trick told him that and everything else. So Joe Hendry is kind of, a small bit upset about that, but not really. So there was a ref bump in this. So Ethan Page, he shoved Joe Hendry into Trick Williams, taking him out the ring. And this allowed for Ethan Page. I think he brought in he brought in the NXT Championship. He hit him with it. And then a new referee came out. He hit the DDT on the NXT Championship. Joe Hendry kicked out. So Joe Hendry, he ended up doing an Ego's Eggs. Yeah, he ended up doing the Ego's Edge to Ethan Page. Ethan Page obviously kicked out. So, then, Trick Williams, he prevented the second referee from counting to 3. So Ethan Page then punches the second official. Then he hits a low blow on Joe Hendry, and then he hits the Ego's Edge to retain his championship. So that's fine because Trick was distracted. They did the low blow finish to Joe Hendry. 1, 2, 3. Post match, Pete Dunne attacks Trick Williams. He hits the bitter end, and Ethan Page just smiles, and that was the end of the show. So this is fine. This makes perfect sense. I was thinking that Josh Alexander was going to show up. I really was thinking that, but I don't know why. I was just thinking that's how that Ethan Page was going to win with help from Josh Alexander, but that wasn't the case. So Ethan Page wins. So I would assume they're setting up for Trick Williams and Ethan Page to take place on the CW, the debut episode. I think that's what's going to happen, and that's where Trick Williams will win the NXT title back. I've said this for the past month and a half, 2 months, so this will probably more than likely occur. I assume that he'll beat Pete Dunne on Tuesday. Why wouldn't he? And then that's when you start building up Trick and Ethan, because Ethan Page is champion. He's not good. He's not. He's an okay heel, but in all honesty, he's not championship material. Like, not main event championship material. He's more of a mid-card champion. Like, he's just somebody who could be U.S. champion, IC champion, tag champion, and in NXT, the NXT North American champion. So, yeah. But all in all, NXT No Mercy was solid, man. A really good, fun show. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.